Coach Wilson, and this is the That Ain't Right podcast. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And now for the story of the week. Today, we are going to try a new segment. I call it Imagine That. On the surface, some things appear as coincidence. But the deeper you look, the more it starts to feel like something else entirely. Imagine that. You've got Joe Kent, former National Counterterrorism Center official, stepping down. Not a quiet exit, not one that fades into the background, but one that raises eyebrows. Why now? Why under these circumstances? Now imagine this. Right before the resignation, Kent is seen with Tulsi Gabbard, the Director of National Intelligence. That alone might not mean much until you start layering in everything else that happened around them. Because timing matters, optics matter even more. When a high-level intelligence figure meets with someone that's about to step down, and then that individual quickly pivots into a high-profile media appearance like an interview with Tucker Carlson, you have to ask, is this just coincidence, or is there coordination behind the scenes? Now, I'm not saying this is collusion. I'm saying it doesn't look good. And when things don't look good in politics, there's usually a reason why. Let's zoom out a bit. You've got Tulsi Gabbard in a powerful intelligence role, but she's walking a careful line publicly. Then there's Vice President J.D. Vance, who interestingly hasn't been as front and center as you might expect. Compare that to, say, Marco Rubio, who seems to be picking up responsibilities, visibility, and influence at a much higher rate. So the question becomes, who does Trump trust more? Because it doesn't seem like things are being distributed evenly. Take a moment and take a stroll down the strip and turn the fictional page to a little segment I like to call Comic Book Corner. Get back into it. Rubio appears to be gaining ground while Vance, well, I don't know. Vance has even hinted that he might not even run in the next cycle. That's not something you say unless you're hedging against probably not getting Trump's endorsement. Connect another dot. Neither Vance nor Tulsi has come out full-throated, unequivocal in support for Trump's stance in the Iran situation. They've been careful, measured, strategic, some might say cautious. Because if things go sideways, they don't want to be tied too closely and lose position. That leaves them room to pivot later, especially in an election cycle. Imagine that, positioning, not loyalty. Here's where it gets interesting. Out of the group, Kent, Tulsi, Vance, and Carlson, you could realistically see two of them making a run for the presidency in the next cycle. If that is true, then everything we are watching right now isn't random. It's early stage maneuvering. Don't be surprised if Tulsi resigns in the next month or so. Prediction happens, that's not just another headline. That's the next domino falling. Ken stepping down might have been the first shoe to drop. Tulsi leaving, that's confirmation that something bigger is shifting beneath the surface. And finally, let's go one layer deeper. What if Trump's playing 4D chess here? What if it isn't dysfunction, but by design? Imagine a scenario where Tulsi steps away, represents herself, and runs as a Democrat, a more moderate Democrat, the kind we haven't seen in a long time. Now, instead of a far-left candidate versus a right-wing showdown, you have got a different kind of race, one that reshapes the entire political landscape. Is that far-fetched? Maybe. But in today's political world, the unexpected has become the norm. So when you look at Kent, Tulsi, Vance, and Tucker, don't just see individuals. See movement, see strategy, see possibilities. Because something is happening, and that ain't right. I don't have a studio or fancy equipment. I have a phone, a voice, and hopefully you. Together we can make a difference. Thanks for listening. Until next time.